sometimes I will be looking at some of the comments on my videos, and people will just say things like, "Hey George, why don't you sing us a song? You're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight while we're all in the mood for a melody. And you've got us feeling alright." What's up guys, GeorgeTheCloud here. My name is Jorge, aka George. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. We have Billy Joel. For the first time ever in the history of the channel, I am reacting to him, and the song is Moving Out, Anthony's song, official audio. I think the only song I know from Billy is Piano Man. Maybe I have heard a few others here and there, but I couldn't tell you, right? And by the way, this is a request by one of my Patreons. Thank you, Eric R. I really appreciate it. And while we're here, I invite you all to check out the Patreon if you want to support me and you want to check out the full catalog of all my reactions. It's all there, Patreon. Thank you. Okay, now let's get into the song here. What year did this came out? Let me double check here with the internet as part of the research. 1977. Okay, from the album The Stranger. Interesting. You know, I just checked out another song. This one was from 1978. Kentucky Avenue, Tom Waits. A lot of people enjoying the 1970s music here on the channel. I thought it was going to be bigger, you know, like on the 80s music, but the 70s is up there. I created a poll recently, and it's pretty close so far. Make sure you guys vote. 1970s 37%, 1980s 39% as people's favorite decade of music. So the battle continues here. All right, let's get into the song. I will give you my opinion at the end, and that is that. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. Let's go. I do remember seeing this album cover somewhere. I have heard it. I just remembered. I'll tell you where I heard it, but instantly I recognize it.
Anthony works in the grocery store, saving his pennies for someday. Mama Leone left a note on the door. She said, "Sonny, move out to the country. I've been working too hard to give you a heart attack. You wanna know by now who needs a house out in Hackensack? Is that all you get for your money? And it seems such a waste of time, if that's what it's all about. Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. I'm moving out. Sergeant O'Leary is walking the beats. Night he becomes a bartender. He works at Mr. Cacciatore's down on Sullivan Street, across from the medical center. Then he's trading in his Chevy for a Cadillac. You wanna know by now, if he can't drive with a broken back, at least he can polish the fenders. And it seems such a waste of time, if that's what it's all about. Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. I'm moving out. Oh, you should never argue with a crazy man. You ought to know by now. You can pay Uncle Sam with the overtime. Is that all you get for your money? you have in mind. Yeah, that's what you're all about. Good luck moving up, 'cause I'm moving out. I'm moving out.
This is so groovy. He's gone. I hadn't heard this song in such a long time. First things first, we hit the like, I subscribe to Billy Joel, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. Okay, growing up, when I was about, 14, 15 years old, I used to have this radio, and there was a station on there that played timeless and classic songs. And I think that's where my love for this type of music came to be. And I would listen to it a lot, and I would appreciate it just from that young age. You know, even I was born in 1995, way after this music came out. But I thought to myself, this is, you know what, this is good music. And I just kept listening to it. And also, I worked at a bakery. It was my first job. And it was a family-owned business, small supermarket. It had a bakery. And maybe the toughest job I ever had, by the way. And they used to play this type of music all the time, non-stop, right? And so I associated with the bakery, with, you know, that radio that I had, and those years of my life. So it's sentimental in a way. But yeah, I hadn't heard it in a long time. I don't think you hear about Billy Joel as much as you should, right? Other artists and other names come up, you know, from the 70s, from this time period. Billy Joel, not that much. And the strongest song by far is Piano Man, but I think there are probably hidden gems such as this one. And so I'm going to have to dive deeper into his catalog. If you guys have suggestions of what I should check out next from Billy Joel, please write down the comments below. However, the reaction is not over yet, so don't go anywhere. Please stay seated. I'm going to look up the lyrics because I just want to, you know, see a little bit of what we're listening to here. Anthony works in the grocery store, you know, just like me. We are the same. Anthony's song. Okay, so it's from like Anthony's perspective, maybe. Saving his pennies for someday. Mama Leone left a note on the door. She said, "Sonny, move out to the country." I really like the effect that they use in the song with the stutter, and then they raise like the reverb, and it's like that. That's really interesting. You don't hear it often, especially this prominent. It's like really, you notice it. You ought to know by now. Dun, dun, dun. Also throughout the song, like the beat is really groovy. It's catchy, kind of funky a little bit. I don't know, the instruments that they use, they're just really really nice to listen to. I think they have a good balance between them, and also his voice is super solid. It seems like such a waste of time, and if that's what it's all about. Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. Sergeant O'Leary is walking the beat. At night, he becomes a bartender. He works at Mr. Cassiator's down on Sullivan Street, across from the medical center. giving us geographical information here, and he's trading in his Chevy for a Cadillac. Okay, and this is the stutter. Dun, 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 dun. You should never argue with a crazy mind. You ought to know by now. You can pay Uncle Sam with the overtime. Is that all you get for your money? So, from what I'm reading and what I gather of the song, the meaning here is that Anthony has this very normal life, right? Middle class person, working 9 to 5, saving up, having to do some shifts, paying taxes, doing this, doing that, and there's this this like energy in the song that's saying to me like, don't settle for this. Like, don't. Why would you want this for the rest of your life, right? And it's a struggle. It's the everyday struggle for most people on Earth, and to get out of it and do something different, then you have to be creative. You have to look for opportunities. You have to search and be open-minded, but also it's risky. And like, I guess what I'm doing, reactions, right? This isn't very stable. It could go away in a second, and then I would have to find something else. So that's why I'm saying, please check out the Patreon. But yeah, I'm gonna look up the meaning here and see if I'm on the right path. Okay, Moving Out, Anthony's song, is a critique of the working class American dream, suggesting that the pursuit of material success through relentless, backbreaking work can lead to a hollow and unfulfilling life. Nailed it. Absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking. The song does a good job of conveying the message, and you hear it, of course, in the chorus. If that's moving up, then I'm moving out, right? If we're trading pennies for a dime, and you consider that improvement, then I think I'm just gonna do my own thing. Like that is not enough, and I think he's right. The song portrays characters like Anthony and Sergeant O'Leary sacrificing their talents and health for symbols of success like a house in Hackensack or a Cadillac, ultimately questioning if this is upward mobility is worth the cost. Now, Billy Joel said that Anthony is not a real person, but a stand-in for every young man struggling to make a living in the U.S. Amen to that, brother. It was true in the 1970s. It is probably even more true in 2025 because of inflation. Everything is up in cost, and not just that, but relative to what people are making. So I hear a lot about how in the 70s, 80s, you could work a summer job and pay for school, pay for college and rent and all that. Can't really do that now. I did it, and I was working while I went to college, right, in Boston. I graduated from fine arts, was working 2 jobs, and I worked a lot. I didn't sleep, much, but I made it happen. And I still owe a ton of money, in student loans. But I guess it's, to me, it was worth it. I really enjoyed college. We're getting carried away here with my life story, but this ties into the American dream that they're referring to here. And while it's true in probably, every country on earth, right? You struggle, especially young, while you try to, pay for college, and maybe you leave your parents, your house, etc. I think in the US, it has become even more like of a chaotic thing, with health insurance and all these things. So one of the reasons why I came back to Colombia, in South America, where I was born, it's because I think there is more balance to life, right? I think there is a sense of Like, sure, you have to work, but you have more time to do your hobbies, to be free, to do stuff like this. Better benefits, health insurance is way better, stuff like that. So it's true. It's true what he's saying, and I can relate. I have been there. I'm sure, you know, everyone watching has. And like when I heard the song growing up, I didn't think much of it, right? But it's one of those things that I'm finding it beneficial to revisit this music, right? Even if I have heard it before, or if I wasn't sure, because now I am 30 years old. I have a different mentality, and I have lived more. And therefore, like my opinion has changed, and I see more depth in the music, and I understand it, and I relate, and I give you guys my opinion. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Subscribe, please, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.